Let's do some refactoring. First, I want to add a components folder inside SRC, and inside that folder, let's add a board.js file. Here, write our board component and export it. Let's go to app.js, and we can import board from components/board. And now we can use our board component at the bottom of the file, right here, for example. For now, it just prints board, but we can see that we imported the board component successfully. Now we want to take all the code related to board component, cut it from app.js, and move it to board.js. Of course, now we also need to move some styles for this component to work. So we need the board style, square style, X color, aux color, handle square hover, and handle square leave. Let's grab all of these and move them to the board component. And there's only one problem left unresolved. We're not passing props to the board component. Props.squares. Props.squareStyle. Props.squares again. Props.handleClick. Great. We prepared board.js. And now let's go to app.js and pass those props to the board component. I made a mistake by writing props.squareStyle, which we don't need. So let's remove that. We don't want to use props.squareStyle because the square style is here inside the board.js file. Let's take a few seconds break from our refactoring and see if our application works. Break is over. Let's get back to work. Let's create a helperfunctions.js file inside the components folder. And let's grab the functions from app.js. Is square occupied, calculate winner, and is move valid. I want to delete them from app.js and move them into helper functions. We'll export calculate winner and is move valid. Is square occupied is a private function, so we don't need to export it. Let's go back to the app.js file and import these helper functions calculate winner and is move valid. From components, helper functions. We're doing a great job, but our app is still pretty big. And I don't want that. Actually, all of this feels to me like a new tic-tac-toe component. So let's create a new tic-tac-toe component. And for the return, I want to return all of this. So grab it from app.js, go to the tic-tac-toe component, and copy it there. Of course, we need all these styles, the handle click function, and everything else. So let's take all of that, copy it, and move it into tic-tac-toe.js. And now in tic-tac-toe, we need to import some things that we had in app.js. We need useState, we need board, and we need to import the helper functions. So I'll delete those from app.js and move them to tic-tac-toe. We want to import the board, but now it's not in components/board. It's just in board. Why? Because our tic-tac-toe file is inside the components folder, so we only need to import from board. And it's the same for the helper functions. Let's go to app.js and import our tic-tac-toe component. And here, we'll return the tic-tac-toe component. Now we have a much simpler and cleaner architecture and code. We did a great job. See you in the next section of the course.